Now, while we're doing all of this, right, it's going to be a collabo combination because the OG chef is in the house. We're going to be clocking 8 very soon. But this guy has been there since day one. Yeah. He's been there, he's done that, and he is family, whatever time. You know how family is. He's here with us. Chef Miyonse is in the house. Miyonse, how you doing, man?
I'm
glad to be here, you know.
Miyonse is now proud. You know when you plan an event, see, when you plan an event and the event doesn't even have a name, we are so big, just call the event Miyonse. So next Saturday we're having Miyonse. That's okay. It's great to have you in the house, Miyonse.
It's such a pleasure to have you join us,
Miyonse.
Great to be here. And I'll say congratulations.
Thank you.
Your culinary journey is officially clocking 12 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Professionally.
Professionally.
I thought you were going to say, his first child, dedicated his first child or something.
I mean, that's more than a decade.
Yes, over a decade.
Of delivering quality food, service, and, now you're a restaurant consultant. You're moving the ladder.
I mean...
you're moving up the ladder.
See, my journey is not entirely complete without Wake Up Nigeria.
Of course.
Because
calm
down now. It's not that deep.
It's deep. Oh, deep.
And I remember when we were... What's the former location?
It was K2
Yeah.
K2.
And every morning, it was almost like every morning.
Yes. Yeah.
It was you were either the host or it was, it was always fun for me. And, I look back at my entire journey and I think it's worth celebrating. And yeah, that is why I'm having it's not an open event. It's closed.
Okay.
But I mean, I would still get to do one for everyone.
You don't rate us.
No, it's not like that.
We're part of your journey. You not say we are not rating, but it's okay. They say those. Do you know how many stars that this show has birthed? They have left us, but it's okay. Go ahead.
And then this seems personal.
It's personal.
But you've come from my other events.
This
before.
one, Luca.
No, I mean this one. That's why I said this one is closed. But I mean, there is one.
You're still going to have Gogolo.
No.
This last one will now be invited.
Not exactly.
So what's happening in the closed events?
Okay. I mean, it's going to be a celebration of my experience, my mistakes, my ingenuity. It's just to let people know how far I've come.
You want to highlight on some of those mistakes? I mean, for chefs who are up and coming, who are aspiring, and something they can learn from.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm
sure you have a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
That you'd like to share.
First off, I mean, I never used to have an entitlement mentality, but I mean, at some point in time, I felt like because I'm Miyonse,
you deserve more.
Yeah, I'm entitled to something, but then I realized I still have to fight for every single thing I want, and it's never going to end, If you want to climb to the pinnacle, to the very, very pinnacle, you have to keep fighting. So, I mean, people easily get lackadaisical. They're like, we've done that, but then I realized that, you can't afford to get lackadaisical. Keep going hard every single time.
Fantastic.
All right, and then so this event, tell us about it. I'm very curious about it. I know it's closed door, so those of us that are looking at it from outside, let's know what's going to happen.
Why do you put yourself outside?
Because you said it that we were outside.
No!
You never said so.
I think I walked into an ambush. Okay, so basically, it's very corporate, and I'm going to be working with a brand, a wine brand, and basically, it's a curated event. Corporate, there'll be some violins, there'll be some sip and paint, there will be quite a number of activities, and I think it's a 7-course.
We are not invited.
Wait.
Hey.
So 7 course cannot happen with Nigerian food.
Of course.
How do you want to eat 7? Well, let's
No, desserts will be. Desserts will be.
No, but I
actually had Nigerian food 10 course.
10 cups.
I think
I
it's not
don't
correct
see. They
Nigerian
will
food.
put it in very. You know the way chefs serve.
Okay,
food
okay,
now?
very small.
Exactly.
No,
Then you
Of
reach the
course,
fifth
definitely, yeah.
You're already asking yourself,
Baba,
are you sure
no
you're
matter
going
how
to the
small,
remain?
if they put fufu or pounded yam,
You've
that's
not
it.
been served fufu or pounded yam in a way that will make you ask yourself, what are you doing here? And how is your money
Also,
paying
I mean,
for this?
I've attended one of Miyonse's events, and when it comes to attention to detail,
Yeah.
he is very good at offering quality or delivering quality service. I mean, the event was very well curated, very well put together. All the recipes, all the causes were on point. I enjoyed myself extremely. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful event. But let's talk about how the culinary industry in Nigeria has evolved.
You know, Emin,
we see it.
just before you pick
Okay.
up on that,
Okay.
let's just take a look at Chef
What's been
Cassie.
happening so
Yes, what's
far?
been happening so far. Did you, why, okay, I thought your father was done.
No.
So what
it's
are you doing
not.
now?
We're cooking it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you
And-
parboiled it before?
Parboiled,
Parboiled
yeah.
before. And
so
what's
they are
this?
sorted. That's the assorted.
That's the sorted, okay.
Yes.
And then you are cutting in
The plantain. Yes,
All right.
please.
So
So what
where
are
we
you, they are sorted. Is it that you had marinated it, or what exactly was
it
with it
was
before?
partially cooked, but once it's really tender,
Okay.
so that's why we're cooking it again.
But it's well seasoned.
Yes,
already.
of course.
Of
Okay.
course.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so Amen.
The way she's carrying herself is, I'm happy.
Are you serious?
That's my mentor.
Nice.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell, and this is personal experience. I feel like you see, the best people, someone said that you cannot be a success if you don't have a successor. See, in any industry, the only way to know the people who are really good at what they do is how they pour themselves into others and how they are not afraid
Yeah,
to let others
to let
shine.
others
Yes.
shine.
I'm telling you, there's some people
Yes.
in this broadcasting industry that they are the top, but they are so scared.
Yeah, of course, to carry other
You
people.
go and meet them for mentorship. They will find a way and shut you down. Not only that, they'll try even make you feel small.
Yeah.
Why? They are scared. And that's something that you've brought numerous chefs
Yeah.
that you've trained at different times, and you let them shine. And for me, that is the hallmark of somebody who's a success. Not everybody might see it. You know, there might be some, and I'm telling you, a lot of people that you think at the top, they are very scared. I know what I'm saying. I've had, they don't want to pass that much because they feel, you know, you've had that thing where people say, oh, one day my mentor will become my competition and all that. So they feel that if I pour myself into this person, someday they'll come out, they'll come for
Outshine
me,
you.
come for my position. That's not the way to go, Miyonse. And Miyonse is showing
I
us
mean,
that.
I think I have a different mentality towards that. I feel like, you know, if you want to spread your legs, you spread legs like this, hand, leg,
We
you
got
know,
someone who's
and then
really
you
good
have
at
people
that.
to carry you. I had a job one day that I was stranded. I was stranded because I walked into a kitchen that wasn't a kitchen. Yeah, and I thought that I was coming from Ibadan that day. And then my sous chef called me and said, the kitchen had no gas burner. Yes.
What did they want you to cook?
And it was a private event.
It was a private event. And I confirmed with the event planner a day before. She said, oh, it's fine, everything is fine. I called Cassie. Oh, Cassie, send me this, that, and that.
She came through.
It was seamless. She even said, oh, leave it at the event, I'll come and pick it up. You know, at the end of the day, you look at it and you're like, oh, I'm happy to have done this. I'm happy to pour myself into people because at the end of the day, yeah, the sky is big enough for everyone.
Yeah.
So we're back to this 7-course meal because that's where I paused. So what else is going to happen?
Basically, it's just a chilled out event. It's nothing serious. It's just, and then it's curated by the sponsor. So I mean, I have creative license over certain things.
But not on everything.
Not not on
entirely
everything. Yeah.
So what about the general one? How is it happening? When is it happening? Or you do
It's
because
coming.
we just mentioned
Oh no
it.
no! It's coming in the form of flavors of love.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yes, the one that we are all
Well,
used
we've all-
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've
So
been
this
there.
is like the first pedestal to get into the one I actually want to do again.
Which would be more regular.
Yes, which would be so flavors of love would be more regular. It's not even going to be a Valentine thing again.
Yeah.
It's going to be any public holiday, any celebration.
Yeah.
It could go as that. Yeah.
I know we have to quickly wrap up, but I mean, you as a restaurant consultant, what's that like? Is it an industry that is booming, lucrative in this space?
Okay, so I remember when I came out of culinary school, was at 2014. When I came out of culinary school, we could hardly find restaurants in Nigeria. I mean, I was putting out applications to work in cafes and hotels. That was the apex of our culinary space or experiences at that time. And right now, you go to every day there is a new restaurant
coming out.
Yeah, sometimes you're even confused that which one do I even want to go to? You know, the space has blown up. It is
wonderful.
It is now more interesting, you know, more lucrative. But I still think that restaurant owners, they should not just go into the business of food because they believe it makes money.
They should understand it.
They should try to understand it, because when you speak to some people, they are more interested in the making of the money-making part rather than the actual value they're giving.
They give. All right, Miyonse, we'll
Thank
pick
you
up on that a
so
little bit
much,
later.
Miyonse.
I would have you
That
much
closed
more
door
fun.
events, we shall come.
We need to
All right,
take a
we need
break
to
now.
go
You're
now.
watching Wake Up Nigeria. Stay with us.